Around 140 AD, a group of Jewish rabbis went about the task of rewriting the Greek Septuagint. They wrote a new Greek translation of the Old Testament and purposefully and intentionally edited out key passages of Scripture pertaining to the prophecies of Jesus and genealogies proving that he was the high priest and Messiah. Prior to this, the Greek Septuagint was the Old Testament Bible used by both Christians and Jews alike for over 300 years. The Septuagint was originally written by a group of Jews who translated the original Hebrew Bible into Greek. This was necessitated by the need for a Greek translation, as Hebrew was a dead language by that time, and most people in that region spoke a combination of Greek and Aramaic. So the question many people had at that time was why, after over 300 years, would the Jewish rabbis feel a need to retranslate the Greek Septuagint into Greek? After all, they thought, if their forefathers were satisfied with the Jewish authors' translations of the Septuagint, why couldn't they be? Well, the early Christians, for one, were not happy about this new translation and outright rejected it, as they could clearly see how they had left out certain prophecies of Jesus. And this new translation also caused many early church fathers to become divided over it. Some continued to use the Septuagint and spoke out against this new translation, while others began to reject the Septuagint in favor of the new translation. This new Greek version ended up being the one that the Masoretes used to translate the Old Testament into their fake Hebrew Masoretic text. How do I know this? Because the Masoretic text is the text that most of your Old Testament Bibles were translated from into the many English versions today. And what many people are discovering is that their Old Testament Bibles differ greatly from the Septuagint version. As I stated earlier, that is because our sneaky rabbi friends are the culprits. So, once again, why did they do it? Based on the key scriptural passages they chose to edit regarding the prophecies and genealogies of Jesus, the answer becomes clear. They hate Jesus and Christians and wanted to prove that Jesus wasn't the Messiah. This way, the hope was that it would stop any more Jews from converting to Christianity